It was so funny because now I decided to leave the University of Georgia, go to the USFL, and people, if you remember, the USFL was owned by Donald Trump. That's how I got to know Donald. I knew Donald before he was the Donald, and that's a good man.
Is he still paying you from the USFL?
No, he was not. Yeah, now if he was still paying me, I'd probably vote for him. But I will say this. Donald, if I sit down with him and hear what he can do to bring jobs back to America. And I tell a funny story about Donald. You know, we trained in Orlando, Florida, and I remember we had a day off, and Donald happened to be in town, and I was going to Disney World with my family, and Donald said, "Hey, let me go to Disney World with you guys."
Really?
And I went, "What?" And I laughed too. I said, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Donald Trump, we got in the car and we went to Disney World, and that was the type of relationship that we had, we still got. And like I said, he called me not long ago, and I told him, I said, you know, I'm happy to see what he's doing because we need something different today. This world is hurting. I think it's hurting so bad, and we need something different. We don't need the same old, same old.
So,
You know, Donald is a great guy, and this was so funny. I've known Donald before he became the Donald.
You knew him
Well,
from
you
the
were-
I've known him from the
USFL.
USFL, and you know, Donald, and you know, I've been over to his house many times. Ivanka and little Donald, you know, I've taken him out, taken him to the zoo. I've kept him and done all that. And he is a great, great man. And you know, people ask, "Am I going to vote for him?" And I said, "Guys, right now, I'd like to hear more from him." You know, there's no doubt he's in my list as my top.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I know he's going to try to do what he says. And you hear what I say, he's going to try to do what he says.
Right.
Yeah, I still support Donald for president. You know, first of all, it was 2005.
right.
Guys, you know, I want to know what people are doing right now. We put a reality TV star to run for president. So what he's done years ago, man, some of this stuff is just showbiz, as I call it. I'm tired of politicians.
Right.
And what I mean by that, I'm tired of people telling me something, but yet nothing ever get done. I know this is a tough situation. I know about Congress, and you know, I remember hearing Mrs. Clinton say this about there's veto power.
Yes.
You know, I've been telling everybody this for a long time, guys. It's our fault that we've kept Congress people in their office forever, who has done absolutely nothing. You know what? What you did, like Donald did in 2005 when he was a reality star. Okay, Donald, you say stupid stuff. You do stupid things. I've done stupid things. Everybody done stupid things.
Sure.
But what are you going to do right now? Where are you at right now? Hillary Clinton, where are you at right now?
I'm like, you know what's so funny? And I'm not telling anyone to vote for Trump. I'm just saying, if you look at what he's done with absolutely no help, I'm being honest, look at what he's done and look at the last 4 presidents, what they've done, you'll be totally shocked. What he's done with no help compared to what the last 4 presidents has done.
But President Trump won from a system we put in place, so we must respect him as president, not go out and protest, not go out and do this, because it started out Russia, Russia, Russia. And then it became impeachment, impeachment, impeachment.
Yep,
then it's
100%.
pandemic. And now it's this. And I said, he is continue to fight, continue to be for this country. And Don Jr. Right now, what this president has done for America need to be known. And I think it's not being known. People do not even want to mention the things he's done in 3 years. That when you run for a political party, normally you don't do what you say. And this president here has done almost everything he said that he was going to do, and that counts. Because I don't think people really know Donald Trump. I think they look at Donald Trump from a tweet, or they look at from what he says, and they're not looking at what he does. Donald Trump has done more in 3 years than almost most presidents have done in 8. And what's so special about him is he cares about people, and that's what I wanted people to do. And and I spoke about it. I've had a personal friendship with Donald Trump for 37 years. And during all this time, he has never asked Herschel Walker to speak for him. And after they've called him all types of names, and I know Donald Trump, I've been with him in very, very special moments, and I've never seen that in him. And that's why I wanted to speak for him.
In 1985, I was walking down the street doing an interview, and it was the paper, New York Times or some paper in 1985. And I remember walking down the street with President Trump. We were going down the street, they was interviewing me. And I said, this guy, he can be president of the United States of America. And I said, because, and you know, that's when they loved him.
Yeah.
Because
he loved America. You know, all he talked about was America. He didn't want to go outside and do any his business. He wanted to stay right in America. Right. And I said, he loved America. This is guy need to be president. And you know, I went on, and I said, this is the man right here today.
Now, this is happening just in Democratic cities, and I think it's an effort. It's a dumb effort by them to undermine him.
But I
think they want this chaos.
Oh, they do. They do. They want
and it's
the
a
chaos.
Terrible thing.
They want the
but
chaos.
People are dying.
They want the chaos, and they want to blame it on this president here because, as I said, you have people in these small areas that do not get out papers and read, or do not have the internet, do not have the social media world. That they come home, they have one program to watch. Where the program they watch is a program that misleading them of what's really going on.
Right.
It's misleading them of what's really going on. And that's the reason I'm speaking out. I want to say that is not the truth. Let me give you the truth.
Well, you know, the backlash, you know, if anyone has gave me any backlash, it's fine with me because, like I said, the truth may hurt, but I'm not going to swear away from it. You know, I love the United States of America. I love Jesus Christ. And right now, this country is in chaos. And right now, I know the person that can lead us out of it is Donald J. Trump. And I know he's the one that can do it. So I'm going to, well, you know, President Trump just now signed a peace treaty, an incredible peace treaty that I think is historical. And, whatever that was, these wars that they've been having, the war in Afghanistan, and also he voted for the Iraq war. Oh, geez. So we got to give this to President Trump. This is like offense, defense, and special teams. So I back Donald Trump because I've known him a long time, but I back him because I say he's the right man for the job. He cares about America. And I said this in 1985 to a New York Times reporter that he probably now have thrown the article away. They don't want nobody to see it. But I thought this guy loved America. And at the same time, he's going to hold to the Constitution of the United States of America. I think people see today how everyone now want to wash over the Constitution, but we got to get back to the Constitution. There's no doubt it need to be amended in some ways. But the reason we're And I also get upset because he don't get the credit he deserves for all the things that he's done in the African American community, like the historical black colleges that help to build great black leaders in the world today. And also the prison reform that benefit most of the African American. So I get upset about that. But you know, his administration and himself worked extremely hard to do many things for America, not just African Americans. I played football in the 80s in New York City, and I met a young man that I thought was very brass, but I learned that he loved his family, he loved this country, and he loved people. So I remember telling a reporter from the New York Times that this guy could be president of the United States in 1985 because he loved America. But I guarantee you can't find that in the archives today. But I've always known that he's different because he became the 45th president of the United States of America. Well, you know, I was excited about it. You know, you're talking about $500 billion over 4 years. You're talking about jobs. You're talking about black-owned businesses. And this is something that the president wanted to do. It's got nothing to do with voting. It's got nothing to do with anything else except this was the right thing to do, something that should have been done a long time ago. With everything going on around this country, this president is still trying to work because you hear people cries. He's sort of like the voice for the voiceless. And I think that's what's so important. And the unveil that yesterday was absolutely incredible. This president has been fighting ever since he got into office. Ever since he got into office, he's been fighting. But he's not just been fighting for himself. He's fighting for his family. He's fighting for America. And he's still accomplishing a lot of great things. So that's the reason I'm going to fight with him. I'm going to fight with him because I know he loves America. Well, I can name you 2 or 3 that Donald Trump has done for African American. I can name you a bunch that they've done for American. Do it. And yet I wanted the president last night to tell the people the things that he's done that no one wants to acknowledge. And I hate to use this term. But you know what trumps everything? This president here is nominated for 3 Nobel Peace Prize. Do you know what that is? And from 3 different countries. Well, what's interesting about that, these 3 countries don't have a dog in this fight right here. They don't have a dog in this fight, and they've nominated him for 3. The prison reform was done by Donald Trump. You know, the historical black colleges, which he mentioned also, was done by Donald Trump, which he had a chance to do that. So it seems like everything he said that he want to do that's going to be good is done already by Donald Trump. So I'll be happy when I can see that them exactly say their own details. You know, that's one thing I came out is to see the left continue to lie about President Trump and to see what's going on. So I think America is starting to wake up. The people of color is starting to wake up. And I think that's what is great for America, and that's what's great for this community when you have that everybody's waking up to what's going on. I came on to talk about, I saw that the Secretary of State of Georgia leaked a phone call to the Washington Post over the president call he had, and I want to say, you know, it's kind of interesting because if you remember, a lot of people leaked calls that the president had with the guy when they were trying to impeach him, come to find out all that was wrong. So I hope, Brad, this wasn't an opportunity that the president was trying to give you to do what's right or to save your career or to keep you out of jail, because, you know, more than half of, well, probably more than half of your citizens are saying that something is wrong. They smell a rat. They just want the truth. They want transparency, and it doesn't seem that you want to do it. But that's okay. I just wanted to throw that out there because remember, all the leaks of the Russian thing, come to find out it wasn't true, and now the investigations that you don't want to do, and you leak the call, which I don't think is nice. But, you know, like I said, I smell something. A lot of people smell something.
They're trying to erase everything President Trump did, and the people now are starting to wake up and say, wait a minute, this guy here was absolutely incredible. And I say this, President Trump was my friend. I'm not nobody that's going to run out on my friend. And I know the type of man he is. I know the type of man he was to me. He's the type of man that cares about people. He cares about his family. And he will fight for this country. At all, because I trust Donald. I trust the president. I trust him so much. And you know, people can say what they want to say about him, but he did some incredible things for this country that people don't even realize.
You know, I call it. He told me I can call him Donald. Even when he was president, he told me I can call him Donald, so I call him Donald. But even when he was president, Donald used to call me at night, late at night. I'll tell y'all a couple of stories about Donald. But I said, President Trump, he is the president. President Trump. Yeah, this was so funny. President Trump, the first thing, you know, I did this speech at RNC for him. President Trump and I was talking almost once a week. When he was president, we used to talk and stuff. And he always called me like 1 and 2 in the morning. This is the truth. And we talk, because I don't sleep, guys. I sleep maybe 3 hours a night, sleep 3.5 hours a night. He called me at 1 in the morning. And you know, I've known President Trump since 1983, 82, 83. I've known President Trump since then. A matter of fact, little Ivanka and little Donald, for a week, for 5 years during the summer, lived with my family. Yeah, when they were little kids, they lived with my family because we took them to every amusement park, Disney World, Sea World. They traveled with my family. So that's how close I've known Donald Trump. President Trump. No, he's not racist. He don't care about you. He don't care what color you are. Hey, you can care less. But this is what's so interesting about him. Not one time when they were calling him a racist, not one time did Donald Trump ever speak for him. Not one time did his kids ever call me to say anything for him. I volunteered. I said, no, I want to say something. That's saying a lie about this man. I volunteered to speak for him. And they were shocked. His team was shocked that I speak for him. They were shocked that I got a young lady out of North Carolina to help me write the speech, and they were shocked that I got up and said that. But that was the truth. And I said, that's what you have to do. And I said, President Trump, he endorsed me. And I told him he endorsed me because he know that I'm going to go out and I'm going to work my tail off. And that's what I'm going to do. And he know that I'm going to fight. And I'm going to do what's right. And you know what's so funny? That president, you cannot tell me. His policies were the best policies this country has had in a long, long time.
In the USFL.
So when they sign you to a contract in the USFL, and it only lasts 3 years,
yes.
Do you still get paid out?
Well, I got paid because I had a guaranteed contract, which was a personal service contract with Donald. I didn't really have a team contract. It was a personal service contract.
Right. If the USFL went bankrupt, it didn't mean your contract with Donald was null and void.
I still got paid.
So when you still get paid by Donald, can you then go play in the NFL?
Oh,
or do you
I
have
did.
to sit it out?
I did.
And Donald still has to pay.
Yeah,
you.
you still had to pay.
So you're
me.
getting 2 paychecks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get paid pretty well. But you know,
You call it pretty well. I mean, you're a wealthy man.
Yeah, I tell you what, Donald made me a wealthy man.
Donald?
President Trump and I have been friends since 1982. Little Ivanka and little Donald, I took them to Disney World, SeaWorld. They traveled with my family. So that's the reason I've known President Trump that long. And we don't just have we have a family friendship. It's not just a friendship. We have a family friendship. Well, one time, we've been friends the whole time. His kids and I have been friends this whole time. Not one time, with all this stuff going on, the President Trump asked me to speak for him. Now, we've been friends. We have been talking this whole time. Now, I'm black. I think y'all see that. I'm black. Not one time did he ask me to speak for him. I volunteered. I called his people and I said, guys, I like to say some words. And they were shocked that I say something. And I want people to know, I've known President Trump since 1983. And I said, it's so funny that he's treated me fair the whole time. I'm going with President Trump. President Trump asked me to go, and I was I was really excited to go with him because he's a friend. He's been a friend for over 30-something years. When he asked me to go, and I don't have to buy I shouldn't say that because now I'm gonna get in trouble that I didn't pay for my ticket. I love President Trump, and I've told people all the time I thank him so much for endorsing me. I thank Senator McConnell for endorsing me because they know I'm the best guy for the job, and they know that I'm going to go out and get the job done. But President Trump and I have been friends since 1982. I've eaten at his home, he's eaten at my home, so we've been friends on a friend's note. And I think he appointed me, he got behind me because he knew that I was the best man for the job, that he know that I won't be tainted. What I mean by that is he knows that I'm going to run my race, that I'm going to be down here in Georgia working, and that I'm not going to listen to other people tell me what to do, and even him. He can say what he want me to do, but I'm going to do what I think is right for the state of Georgia, because that's the type of man I've always been my whole life, and there's no doubt. I'm very honored that President Trump endorsed me, and it's sad to me that our media have tried to say that this president didn't do anything for the African American community, when yet he did more for the African American community than the last 4 presidents put together. He gave a lot of opportunities to a lot of the African American community, not just to the African American community, but to the whole United States of America. Well, he plays a big role because President Trump, he's done some incredible things for this country, and people need to acknowledge that. Now, President Trump and I have been friends for 39 since 82. This was so funny. Do you know that man never asked, or Ivanka and Donald Jr. never asked, they never asked me to speak for them. With everything, all the names he was calling, everything he was calling me off and on, and the kids were calling, they always called me. They never asked me to speak for them. I volunteered. Look at the gas prices. Sometimes, and I'm gonna say this, Donald Trump endorsed me. Can you believe that? He should endorse me because we've been friends for 40-something years. This is the truth. I babysit his kids. Little Don and little Ivanka stay with me. This is the honest truth. For a week, for 5 years, those 2 kids stayed with my family. I'm black. Every Disney World, SeaWorld, every place they went, I took them. I'm serious, they went with my family. I even called Donald, I don't know when it was, and told him I was going to spank Donald Jr. because he did something. It was a threat. I wasn't probably going to, I don't know if it was, anyway. But they stayed with me. People together, you see that I got a lot of big senators and President Trump endorsed me, and that's what my people get upset about. Oh, he endorsed you. President Trump been a friend of mine for years. He's a great man, got a great family. I'm gonna stand behind him. But let's do this now. I met this guy by the name of Donald J. Trump. I met Donald J. Trump, and don't clap for him because this was so weird. I had to babysit his 2 older kids, little Donald and little Ivanka. They stayed with me for a week for 5 years. Every place that they went, from Disney World, SeaWorld, every place they went to travel with my family. So the intelligence of those 2 right there, they come from Donald. to the USFL, and people know I went to the USFL, and that's where Donald Trump came in my life, and that's how we became friends. Because you're on the first team I ever played for, and then I even went to the Dallas Cowboys. You know, got a chance to be with Coach Landry.
Hello, everybody. Very proud of you, Herschel.
Hello, Mr. President.
I'm very proud of you, Herschel. It's an incredible thing. What a long distance you've come, right? What a long distance. And I'll only be more proud of you after November. Yes. We're going to be so proud. There's nobody like him. I don't know how you're hearing me, but I just want to say there's nobody like this man. He's a winner, and he's a champion, and we all love him. And congratulations to everybody in that room.
Thank you very much, President Trump. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. See you soon, Herschel. Way to go.
Thank you.
It's been good. You know, one of the things that people don't know about, and I said Donald and me because he told me to keep calling him Donald, is that we have more of a relationship, a friend relationship. Yeah. You know, his two older kids, Ivanka and little Donald, were with my family a great deal during the summer for 5 years when they were little kids. Yeah. They traveled with my family, and you know, every Bronx Zoo, every Disney World, every place, they travel with my family. So I've known the family like that, and he eating at my home, and I've eaten at his home, my family eating at his home, so I got to know him in that aspect. And when he became president, I was like, whoa, he gonna become president? I'm like, but I did say something in 1983. What'd you say? In 19...
They were saying, who are we gonna get to run? And I said, Herschel. They said, no, but he's a great football player. I said, no, he's a really smart guy. I know this guy for a long time. He made a lot of money, taking a lot of money out of my pocket. And you know what? Herschel said, maybe I'll get the hell out of this. You are going to meet some bad ones, but you're going to handle it because you know how to handle that kind of stuff. But we love you. We're with you 100%. I'm with you 1,000%.